ただきます。美味しい。
美味しい。
Steamed rice is an essential part of Japanese cuisine. Today we go back to basics and refresh our memories so that we will be able to have the most important components of Japanese meals. In this video, we will show you how to choose the type of rice, wash and soak rice, cook white rice on the stove, cook brown rice on the stove, and cook white rice with mixed grains in a rice cooker. Japanese rice is usually short grain rice. It is stickier than medium and long grain rice when cooked, but the texture is slightly firm. If you have a Japanese market nearby, you will find various brands of short grain rice that are suited for cooking Japanese rice. In the US, there is a medium grain rice called calrose, which you can find at most regular grocery stores. The flavor and texture of calrose is very similar to short grain rice, so that can be a good substitute if you can't find good short grain rice. White rice is more popular in Japan, but brown rice is also consumed by health-conscious people. It's the same short grain rice, but with the outer layer, which has a lot of fibers and nutrients. We can mix other grains when cooking rice. Here are some examples: wild rice mixture and pearled barley. They will add more fiber and nutrients and good texture too. If you don't want to cook brown rice but eat healthier, adding grains to white rice is definitely a good option. Once you have the type of rice you want to cook, the first thing to do is to wash it. Measure the rice and put it in a large bowl and rinse with water. Gently rub the rice and discard the water. Pour clean water again and wash by hand. Repeat 3 to 4 times. Everyone has their own way of washing rice, like rubbing, swirling, or punching using hands. As long as the water runs clear at the end, you can rinse the rice any way you want. When the rice is clean, soak in water for at least 30 minutes. This will help the rice hydrate before cooking. Strain, and it's good to go. First, we are cooking white rice in a pot on the stove, a simple and old-fashioned way. Transfer the washed and soaked rice in a heavy pot with a tight-fitting lid, and add water. Turn on the stove to medium-high heat. Cook uncovered until boiling. When it reaches to a hard boil, stir from the bottom a few times. Then cover and cook at medium-low heat for about 15 minutes. We recommend checking the doneness of the rice before finishing cooking. Your low heat may not be the same as our low heat. Adjust the heat and time of cooking if needed. Remove from the heat and let it sit for 10 minutes covered. Open the lid and stir and fluff the rice. The advantage of cooking on the stove is that you only need a pot to cook rice. Also, when it's done right, it actually tastes better. The plumped cooked rice is good even when cold. Make sure you use a heavy pot with tight lids so that the moisture will be retained during cooking. Next, we are going to cook the short grain brown rice. Same as white rice, wash the brown rice and soak for an hour or 2. Brown rice needs a longer time to soak. Transfer to a pot and add water. Brown rice also needs more water and longer time to cook because of the hard outer layer. Cook uncovered at medium-high heat until boiling, and stir. Now lower the heat to medium-low, cover, and cook for about 30 minutes. Check to see if the rice is done. Remove from the heat and let sit for 10 minutes or so covered. Open the lid and fluff the rice and serve. Finally, we are going to cook the mixed grain rice in the rice cooker. Wash the rice and add water. The rice cooker usually comes with its own measuring cup, and lines inside of the pot indicate how much water to add. Add the mixed grains and adjust the water, or you can replace some of the white rice with the grains when measuring the rice. You may want to keep the replacement to be less than a quarter, and the rice texture won't be compromised. A rice cooker usually includes soaking time in its cooking time. All you need to do is to push the start button. In about an hour, the rice is all done. Open the lid and fluff the rice. Good thing about cooking in the rice cooker is that feature to keep the rice warm. You can cook it in the morning and eat throughout the day. Many rice cookers also come with a timer. You can set it in the morning and the rice is done by the time you get home before dinner. Steamed rice is usually a part of a Japanese meal and served with meat or fish and vegetable, but the rice can be eaten alone with some authentic Japanese seasonings. These are some classic examples. Umeboshi pickled sour plum's salty and sour flavor is great with plain steamed rice. It is a popular topic in bento boxes. Furikake is a mixture of katsuobushi bonito flakes, nori roasted seaweeds, sesame seeds, and so on. Just sprinkle over rice. There are many kinds of furikake at stores, but it can be easily made at home too. Shiokonbu is salted shredded sea kelp. It's packed with umami and adds salty flavor to the rice. Top on the rice or make it a filling for onigiri rice ball. So what did you think? We cooked Japanese rice in 3 different ways. Depending on the usage and the number of people you feed, you can choose the kind of rice and the cooking method. We cook rice in all 3 different ways very often, and there is no right or wrong way. Thank you for watching, and we hope you found this video helpful.
美味しい。
美味しい。